Over 120,000 fans gathered at Knebworth Park for what would become a legendary concert in rock history. A battalion of amplifiers, 8 miles of cabling, and a 20-foot video screen kept an army of technicians and roadies busy. With appropriate pomp and pageantry, the band arrived in the flamboyant Magic helicopter adorned with artwork from that year's A Kind of Magic album. That night's performance was a masterclass, bursting to life with the post-Live Aid single One Vision, exploring every corner of their catalogue and featuring hits from Under Pressure and Another One Bites the Dust to Bohemian Rhapsody and Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Frustratingly, considering the significance it would later hold, the show was never recorded for posterity. Freddie Mercury, ever the showman, commanded the stage with his dynamic presence and his incomparable vocal ability. His performance that night was simply spectacular, Mercury at his very best. One highlight of the night was the usually mild-mannered Deacon smashing his bass into his amp after Radio Gaga. He wasn't pissed off at his gear, he wasn't pissed off at me, I don't know what it was, recalled roadie Peter Hintz. John acted strangely on that tour. He was doing stuff that was out of character, he said. The concert's encore featuring We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions was a triumphant and emotional conclusion to the night. There was a familiar finale to the show, a tape of God Save the Queen playing while Mercury, resplendent in crown and gown, bidding the crowd goodnight and sweet dreams. Despite the triumph, the band came off stage to some troubling news. A 21-year-old fan had been fatally stabbed in the audience, with medics unable to reach him in time. And Freddie Mercury barely stayed long enough to participate in the backstage revelry after the show. He flew back home to London almost immediately, and Brian May later revealed that at that point they had no idea they had just performed for the final time. We had done the biggest tour of our lives and it was a great success and we were very happy. And Freddie said, "I can't do this anymore after this." And we went, "Oh," Brian May said in a BBC documentary. Roger Taylor added he was fairly firm at that point about the fact he didn't want to do any more live shows, which sort of told us that there was something wrong. It soon became impossible to ignore the mounting evidence that Queen as a live entity anyway was running out of time. Returning from a holiday in Japan, Mercury faced a tabloid feeding frenzy. The News of the World reported a secret AIDS test in Harley Street, while The Sun ran the headline, "Do I look like I'm dying of AIDS?" fumes Freddie. At this point, he was 5 years from death and had sung with Queen for the final time. Freddie Mercury's final performance at Knebworth was not just a monumental, significant moment for the band, but it also marked a significant moment in rock history. Freddie's legacy as one of the greatest frontmen of all time was cemented by his extraordinary talent, charisma, and impact on the music world. And that would now be preserved forever in that final tour and that final show at Knebworth. In the years since Freddie's passing, Brian May, Roger Taylor, and John Deacon often reflected on their time with Freddie and his resilience following the Knebworth show.
Freddie found an amazing tranquility, and I never really heard him complain. I remember we went out one night and he had horrible problems with his leg. And I think Freddie saw me looking at it and he said, "Oh, Brian, do you want to see what it's like?" And he showed me. And he reacted to my face and he said, "I'm really sorry." He said, "I didn't mean to do that to you." I never heard him go, "This is really awful. My life is shit. You know, I'm going to die." Never, 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 never. He was an amazingly strong person.
After the Magic Tour, Freddie continued to work with Queen in the studio, producing some of their most memorable and poignant work. Albums like The Miracle and Innuendo featured songs that reflected his courage and resilience in the face of his illness. Tracks like The Show Must Go On and These Are the Days of Our Lives resonated deeply with fans, showcasing Freddie's strong spirit and dedication to his art. These Are the Days of Our Lives is a particularly poignant song in Queen's history. It serves as the final music video that Freddie Mercury ever shot and also recorded his last ever words on camera. In many ways, this song was Freddie's goodbye to the world. The opening chorus of the track looks back. Those were the days of our lives, while the second chorus looks at the present, 'cause these are the days of our lives. Roger Taylor, who wrote the track, said, "I was sitting at home in a rather reflective mood and I did know that Freddie was ill, and I think it came out of that slightly melancholic mood. I guess I was trying to put an optimistic slant on it in a way. Those were the days then, and these are the days of our lives. Today is more important than yesterday. Amid ongoing rumours about Freddie's health, the video was filmed and released in black and white to conceal the severity of his illness. In the video's final moment, Freddie offers a final farewell to fans and loved ones by looking directly at the camera as the song concludes. He whispers, "I still love you," his last words on camera. Now, Freddie Mercury's influence extends far beyond his music. He was a trailblazer who broke barriers with his flamboyant style and unapologetic persona. He had an incredible ability to really connect with his audience and commit to authenticity in everything he did. Freddie was never trying to be anyone else. Freddie Mercury was always Freddie Mercury. And that's what made him such a beloved figure in the music industry and beyond. After his passing in 1991, Freddie's spirit continues to inspire and resonate with generations of new fans, myself included. Following Freddie's passing, of course, Brian May and Roger Taylor, with John Deacon having retired from music, continue to keep the Queen live experience alive. They've performed with other artists, including Paul Rodgers and Adam Lambert, bringing Queen's music to new audiences and honouring Freddie's memory. These performances have been met with acclaim, demonstrating the enduring appeal of Queen's music and the lasting impact of Freddie Mercury's artistry. Adam Lambert, who's toured extensively with Queen, has often spoke about the honour and responsibility of performing Freddie's songs. He acknowledges the impossibility of replacing Freddie, but aims to celebrate his legacy by bringing his own style and passion to the music. Fans have embraced this new incarnation of Queen, appreciating the reverence and respect with which Freddie's legacy is treated. I, for one, think Adam Lambert does a bloody brilliant job performing with Queen. He absolutely smashes it. I feel like Freddie Mercury would be very, very proud of their work. Freddie Mercury's influence on music and popular culture is immeasurable. His unique voice, theatrical stage presence, and fearless approach to life and art have inspired countless artists across genres. From rock and pop to opera and beyond, Freddie's impact can be seen and heard in the work of musicians who continue to draw inspiration from his legacy. Artists like Lady Gaga, who named herself after Queen's song Radio Gaga. And of course, Adam Lambert, who now performs with Queen, have openly cited Freddie as a major influence. Another vocal powerhouse who was taken far too soon from an illness was David Bowie. He, like Freddie, knew his time was coming to an end and decided to say farewell in one final song. You can click over here to watch the story of that.